Right, hi guys, and welcome back to the Lola Mastercard My Team career mode, or whatever you want to call it. And I just want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas that's watching the video on the day it was released, Christmas Day of course. I hope everyone that's celebrating has had a brilliant day in what's been a bit of a shit year so far, hasn't it? I'll be glad when it's over. But yeah, thanks a lot for joining on Christmas Day if you are watching on its premiere. I massively appreciate it. And I hope this video gives you a little bit of something to cheer yourself up if you're living on your own or having to self-isolate, of course. It's really uncertain times at the moment, but once this year's over and done with, I promise things will get better, said a moaning Yorkshireman. So there you go, qualifying for us was, yeah, fair to middling, P15, we're very happy with that. I'm sure we'll take that all day long at Abu Dhabi Yawn Marina Bay. And here it is, of course, upon us. It's the final weekend of the season, of the year. And we're ending it with style, I'm sure. It's time to hand you over to David Croft.
Welcome to the Yas Marina circuit for the finale of another thrilling Formula One season. It's been a breathtaking year, and we end it at a track that's been the scene of many glories and heartbreaks over its history. It's time to end the season in style. It's time for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We have 21 corners here at the Yas Marina circuit, 12 to the left and 9 to the right. It's a total lap distance of just over 3.4 miles. There are 2 long back straights opening up some passing opportunities into the braking zones, and we expect average lap speeds of around 123 miles an hour. Anthony Davidson is alongside me as usual for the race today. So, let's briefly discuss Lewis Hamilton. What a season they've had. A well-deserved championship victory, and the pressure now surely off with the title already in the bag.
It really is well-deserved. I wouldn't say it's been a faultless title challenge, but certainly one that has been consistent and well-managed. Here's hoping they let off a bit of steam today and give us an exciting race.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Sebastian Vettel will start on pole. Fantastic qualifying from the multiple world champion. And P2 goes to Daniel Ricciardo, a strong showing from the Australian. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Hamilton, Alexander Albon, and Leclerc, Perez, Raikkonen, Sainz, and Valtteri Bottas, Gasly, Stroll, Nick de Vries, and Ocon. The scientist, Kvyat, Roman Grosjean, and Kevin Magnussen, Giovinazzi, Russell, Eilert, and Nicholas Latifi. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
So there you go, waiting for the 5 lights to go out for the finale. The last one of the year. It's lights out and away we go from P15. We've got Esteban Ocon ahead of us there. We're already past him. That's Lance Stroll in the racing point, is it? Yes, it is. We've got the 2 Alpha Tauris there. We're briefly in the middle of an Alpha Tauri sandwich. In fact, we still are in the middle of an Alpha Tauri sandwich. No, we're not, because there's Lance Stroll. Hello, Stroll. But we are mainly gaining ground there. We're going forwards. P12, P12. Not bad at all. Here we go. Lunging up the inside of the whole world there. And we're into P10 now. Already into the points and lunging up the inside of everyone else again. Oh wow, you can tell it's the last race of the year, can't you? We are up into P9. That is Kimi Raikkonen ahead in that Red Bull. We're going to try and mount an attack on him, are we? Surely not from this far back. We've got no DRS yet, Josh. Calm it down, pal. But oh no, we're going to send it! Here we go up the inside. We've got through. We've outbraked him. We're through up the inside. We're into P8. Oh, there's contact. There's contact. Oh, well, I think there's yellow flags as well now. Uh-oh, what's happened to Kimi? I think we're going to have to go to a brief replay for that one to see what happened, but there was definitely contact. And on board with Raikkonen, as you can see, we're going to lunge it up the inside. As you can see the mirrors there on the left-hand side. I was nowhere, then I was there. Oh, and we just squeezed in. Very much a Grosjean, Hulkenberg-esque move there. That happened, of course, a couple of years ago where Hulkenberg ended up on his roof. Not really any room there, just a racing incident, but thankfully both cars continue. Raikkonen at the back though, sadly. So we're continuing on at lap 1, of course. We've got, who's that ahead? Is that Carlos Sainz? I think it is. It's Carlos Sainz, or is it Sergio Perez? I can't quite see from where I am. I think it is Perez in the McLaren. that is of course switching from Racing Point, or that switched from Racing Point I should say. I've still not got used to all the changes, and round the outside we go. We make a bit of contact with him there, we bang the wing. I'm sure we've knocked a bit of our front wing off, because that's been customary for most of this season. Oh yes we have, it's yellow, there you go. Knocked a bit of our front wing off there, but we are through and up into P7 now. That's absolutely fantastic stuff. From starting 15th on the grid, that means we've gained 8 places and still looking to go forward if possible, but a little gap has already emerged ahead. So here we are, jumping all the way forward to lap 4. We've managed to make ground on the cars ahead. It's sha-la-la just ahead of us. We've got DRS, we've got overtake, and we've got rich mix enabled. We were quite a long way back. I don't think we're going to make a move this time, are we? Well, we're massively outbraking Leclerc, and in fact we've hit him. We've hit him, and that's made him lose traction, and we're going to clamber through the inside. There we go. A little tickle there, a push to pass. It's like being in touring cars. I don't think we need to concede that position. I think the wing's a little bit more yellow than it was as well, but not to worry. We're going to carry on regardless. And that was a beautifully executed move there. We just a little bit of a love tap for Charles, and yeah, thanks very much. You let us through. A warning for track limits there as we try to push forward and try and gain on Lewis Hamilton now. We finished ahead of him last weekend out. Can we do it again at the final round of the season? Jumping to a lap 5, we've got overtake, we've got rich mix once again, we've got the DRS. That's Lewis Hamilton ahead. We're outbraking Lewis by miles there. Once again, we're doing a little bit of an naughty cheeky corner cut there. Oh, get a massive slide on. And now, as you remember, last time we seemed to lose out at Brazil because we pitted on our scheduled lap, and cars that did the undercut or the overcut benefited. So this time I've decided I want to be one of the first in, and I'm going to do the undercut, and hopefully we get out in some clean air, and those medium tyres, us pushing compared to those on worn softs, means that we can jump these virtually in the pit lane by performing the undercut. So here we go, we're going to go straight in. Here we go, nice and tight, nice and tight. Oh, we nearly take ourselves out there on the pit wall, don't we? But thankfully we don't do a David Coulthard in Hungary 1995, and we get into the pits nice and safely. We're tumbling out of the points, of course, and I think we'll be almost near the back, if not at the back, as we make the pit stop. Here's the Lola lads for the final time. Say hello to them. In fact, we didn't really get to say hello to them at all. 1.9 second stops. Wow, oh wow. Verging on the line of a world record there for the Lola lads. I'm mightily impressed by that. They're clearly G'd up with our recent performances of the season, and looking like we could make an undercut. They've decided to go for an even quicker stop and thought, let's give him all the time we can. So we do come out in last place. We've got his teammate Callum ahead. That's a shame to see him at the back, but he's got Kimi Räikkönen ahead of him, who's still yet to make a pit stop. We really did ruin his race, didn't we? We'll call it a racing incident though, and then I won't feel so guilty about it. So we've got Callum ahead. We're not quite in DRS range, but that doesn't matter. Rich mix and overtake, and him on worn soft tyres compared to our fresh new mediums is enough for us to make a move on him just up the inside there. Lovely racing room by Callum. He does jink left a little bit naughtily to try and prevent us from overtaking, but I think he realised the bigger picture is that we're on for points once again, and Callum's just racing his own race at the back at the moment, sadly, and we decide we're going to lose as least amount of time as possible and try and make it work to the end with a purple sector 2 there, so we're doing well. It's Nick Latifi ahead in the Williams, so we're going to try and make a move on him. Well, we do try. We take out a corner marker there, kill the cones, as Mushy Gaming would say, and we are going to go up the inside of him here, though I think, yes, we are mounting an attack. Lovely little slap and tickle on the front wheel to wheel contact there. Give each other a kiss and a smooch, and we're through into P20 with Kimi Räikkönen ahead, still yet to make his pit stop on those worn soft tyres, as we had contact with him at the start of the race. So we're going to have a look and see now who's pitting. Are we going to get out ahead? We're not doing a bad run here, but we're red in the third sector, which means we're losing time over our best previous. As you can see, there's a whole host of cars coming out of the pits now. Are we going to get ahead of them all? It doesn't look like we are. There's a couple of cars coming out. Who's this? It's Lewis Hamilton. This is the one we had to beat. He was ahead of us. Oh, he's still ahead of us. But we're up to temperature with our mediums. One whole lap, and we're just taking the advantage now, guys. There we go. We're pushing and shoving, and I think we've done it. We have. Yes, we have. We're through on Lewis Hamilton. But do we get DRS now? No, we don't, sadly, because we were just slightly ahead of Lewis Hamilton. As we approached the overtaking position there, we were just, front wheels were just ahead of his. So we need to fend off from Hamilton now, as he will have DRS, but no, he's not putting that under us with that much pressure at the moment. So we've got Kimi Raikkonen still ahead, yet to make a pit stop. We've got Antonio Giovinazzi still yet to make a stop as well ahead. But we need to dispatch these cars quickly if we need to lose less time. We've got the DRS overtake, Rich Mix once again. We've got the hat trick, and we threw up the inside of Kimi there. He had no defence for us at all, did he? We sent it, let him know we were going to try and take Giovinazzi here. Well, we tried for Latifi, we tried for Giovinazzi, both unsuccessful. But Giovinazzi's going to be going a lot longer because he's on the medium tyre, so we really need to get past him if we can. We need to do, and we do a Latifi on him, although we can run massively wide this time. Giovinazzi's going to try and come back with a warning for the collision. Fair enough, but it's had to be done. It had to be done. If we got stuck behind Giovinazzi on the same compound as us, then that was going to absolutely ruin our race until Giovinazzi came into the pits. So let's see. Any more positions gaining? We're already up into 12th. We've took some of them on track, some of them in the pits. Here we go. There's a whole host of cars. Once again. Our teammate Callum pops into the pits as well. We've got one car going underneath us. I think that was Max Verstappen actually. And Max Verstappen is going to be the one for company now on exit. Yep, there he is. Once again, we're up to speed. We are brand new. Medium tyres, 2 laps in, so we're perfectly up to temperature. This time we're going to bide our time. We're not going to lunge it up the inside like we did with Hamilton and lose the DRS. We're going to go for a wide line here to give us the perfect optimum run down that straight. And we're going to open the DRS. Rich Mix. Overtake enabled. Let's go get him, lads. We've gone for the wide line at the corner as well, so we're going to get as much momentum down this straight as is physically possible in the Lola Mastercard. We're making a move up the inside. Lovely stuff, and we're up into P6. Or are we? He's trying for the outside, but we just closed the door on him there, and we are up into P6 for now with, I believe, Albon ahead, still yet to pit. And we are now on lap 9. Albon has pitted, so we are in P4 now. Someone else pitted as well. I think it could have been Stroll in the Racing Point. So yes, we have actually gone from being in a 7th place when we pitted up to 4th, so we really have benefited from that undercut there. And I've just heard in my ear that it isn't actually Albon that needs to pit, it was Stroll and Perez. So Stroll of course at Racing Point, Perez at McLaren now. It was those 2 cars that pitted. Albon is 3rd on merit, and Daniel Ricciardo once again, there he is, P2 at the moment. It could be on for 3 podiums in a row and also a fastest lap. Here we go, on to lap 10. We're under attack now from Lewis Hamilton. Our tyre a little bit more worn than his, but it did the job, didn't it, for starters? He's got the DRS on us. We're up the inside still. Hamilton gives us room. That's a beautiful little move there. A shimmy around and up the inside through the chicane. And we maintain P4 for now, but under pressure from quite a lot of cars behind. Look at that, truly trainer cars there. And here we are now on lap numero 2, which is 12. And oh, Callum's out of the race. Callum's out of the race on lap 12. What a shame. We've only had 2 retirements this season. Of course, Vahir Raghunathan at the first round in Australia, and now Callum at the final round. But 2 retirements is not a bad problem at all to have, really. Two retirements in a full season with 2 cars. That is not bad at all. But it's such a shame to see Callum's last race go out like that. Now, back onto the live racing action. Lap 13, we've got Verstappen trying to nibble up the inside of us, but we fend him off for now. But of course DRS, although we've got yellow flags, so that could mean DRS isn't disabled, because there's the poor stricken Callum there, off to the right. I'll see you back in the pit lane, Callum. That's a shame for you to end your first season off like this, let's say. Yeah, you deserve more, but it looked like his car was worn out anyway. He was at the back by quite a chunk there, wasn't he, when we got past him in the pit stop phase. So it wasn't to be for Callum this weekend. Obviously a lot of worn components, but I'm sure he'll be back stronger next year as well if we can manage to sign him for next season. And we're on the final lap of the race. We've got massive pressure from the cars behind. The undercut worked an absolute treat, but that means now our tyres are more worn than the cars behind. We've got Charles Leclerc now behind us, who has managed to do a double overtake on Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton, which is unbelievable stuff. That was a cracking move by Leclerc to get himself up there, and we've got the double trouble of the 2 Ferraris behind now, but it's Leclerc leading Verstappen as we go down the straight. We're using all the overtake button we've got enabled. We've got the rich mix that we're using, and whatever we've got left, let's use it. It's the final lap of this race, and we are in a fantastic 4th position. You never know, there could be a retirement ahead, and it could put us in that podium position. But Ricciardo still P2. He's lost his fastest lap point, but not to worry for him. He's going to take 3 podiums from the last 3 races. A 1st, a 2nd, and a 3rd place finish in the last 3 races. Unbelievable stuff for Danny Rick. That's going to massively elevate him up the championship order. And we are still in P4. Leclerc not showing too much issue or forcing the issue too much on us now, it seems. We've got a few tenths gap over him. It's not enough to be comfortable by any stretch of the imagination, but I know we can't lunge it from that far back, although he is closing in now. It's 2 tenths of the gap. I just need to get these last couple of corners right. Oh, we get a tank slapper, and that means that Leclerc's going to go around the outside. Is he? I'm squeezing them both, but then I've got Verstappen on the other side. I'm out of overtake, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We finish and cross the line in P4. A fantastic race by ourselves. That is our 2nd best race result of the season. Only our 2nd place at Paul Ricard managed to beat that. We get driver of the day, and Lewis Hamilton is still the world champion, and he's still doing more donuts. Good for Lulu. Good for Lulu. Although he finished behind a Lola Mastercard once again. So there you go. We're ecstatic with our P4. Not that you'll see, because we're too busy watching Hamilton try and fail to do donuts as he normally does. Toto Wolff very happy there. That must mean Sebastian Vettel won the race, of course. Dodo Wolff. And Sebastian Vettel, there he is. Look, you're never going to see that sight in Formula 1, so take a good look at that. So take a look at me now. And who have we got? All the McLaren boys, all the Mercedes boys I should say there, laughing and a hugging and a kissing and a touching. They're ecstatic. Who's that? That's Pierre Gasly by the looks of things with the AlphaTauri helmet on in a racing point. Great, Codemasters. Fantastic stuff. So it was Sebastian Vettel from Daniel Ricciardo from Alexander Albon. Name a more unlikely podium, please. Because that one's a good one. And now it's time for the champagne! Wow, I did it on the last one. Fantastic stuff. So there you go. It was Vettel, Ricciardo, Albon, ourselves, Leclerc, and then Verstappen, Hamilton, Gasly, Perez, and Valtteri Bottas rounding out the top 10 in the AlphaTauri there. Callum, as you're all aware, sadly retired from that race and was the only DNF of this race as well. So big shame there. But the standings, oh, we actually jump ahead of Sergio Perez and net 8th overall by just 2 points. So wow, me finishing P4 actually was crucial for that, wasn't it? Unbelievable stuff. And we maintain 7th in the Constructors' Championship, which is unbelievable for a first season. 104 points on the board, me scoring 103, and our teammate scoring 1. But with the car we've got, I can be very happy with that. And we're going to have one final interview of the year as well from this woman. I'm not sure what she's called. We'll call her Yvette Fielding just because we can. Gained a lot of positions. Yep, the car was absolutely rapido. And we've got, looked like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, team are always thrilled. Team are absolutely over the moon with me. They love me. And yes, they've told me, yeah, what, yeah. Like Dodgems, it weren't like Dodgems at all. You know, points make prizes, and I thought hitting them was like whack-a-mole. That's all I'm going to say to that. Thanks for your time. No, thank you very much. So, now it's time, of course, to renegotiate that contract with Callum and see if he will accept our offer. His market value is $3 million, so we've really got him up there. He's done well for us this season. Like I say, 1 point doesn't show the whole story. We know our car's underdeveloped, and I'm just very good at the game. That's a very big lie. So, there you go, look, we're going to go for an end of season big slap-up tea. That's going to please all the lads there. Some massive brownie points for us. Put a driver promotion program in there. Another slap-up tea for the durability department. That's the one. Durability department. And also whatever else we can fit in there. A sponsor event? Yeah, why not? Why not indeed? So, we're going to renegotiate the contract with Callum Ilott now, and just to let everyone know, this one will be the last not only of the season but also of the series. The amount of problems I've had, unfortunately, mean that it's really took the fun out of it for me. It seems a shame to say it on Christmas Day, doesn't it? But it has, it really has. I've had to go back through it all and do it all again and lose races, re-record them, and it's been a bit of a mess. So one season is enough for any man. But I do massively appreciate everyone that's watched the series. I appreciate you for watching it right now. And also a massive thanks to Dave, F1 Games PlayStation, for getting me to this stage, because after the Austin Grand Prix where I lost everything and I had to start again from scratch, and start from race 1 again, yeah, it was very, very tough, but he got me through it. So there you go. As you could see, as I was waffling on there, we did manage to succeed in getting Callum for next season, so the team will remain the same for next year. We're going to end the season any moment. We're going to do an interview, but I'm not going to show you that because it's the same old shit questions he asked us at the first time round, which was just all pathetic. So we've had that interview with Love Life. There you go. Will Buxton was very happy with us. And now it's officially time to hit that end season button. So we're going to hit it now, and we're going to see what our statistics were for the last part of the season. We're going to have a quick look at how much money we have left in the bank. And so, of course, we're going to hit that button and we're going to see how much money we've got in the bank. And here we go. Well, our acclaim goes up massively. I'm up to 10. Callum's almost up to 9. There you go. And the overall acclaim does really well. And we're getting 22.8 million from the sponsors. Right, sod this championship, lads. I'm off to the Bahamas. Much love.